Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to 3Y TV. And tonight, it's the season finale of the OSCA Xfinity Series, and we are here live at Nashville Super Speedway for the slightly out of tune 130 season finale. And along with me in the booth, Mike Goodman is with me as Matthew Bayuk, and Carlos Acosta is behind the scenes doing his thing. And Matthew, it's not mathematically clinched. It looks like Johnny Eckert pretty much has it in hand right now. As you see, there's the points. He's got a 50-point lead over Vincent Isabella, but still a lot of things to be decided here tonight. A lot of jumbling in the standings, and I'm sure a lot of these drivers are going to try to get whatever they can here at Nashville.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You look outside Johnny Eckert. I mean, you just take Johnny Eckert out of the equation here, and everything else is pretty much tight. For the most part, each guy is within 5, 10, 15 points of the next guy in front. And with 2 opportunities to earn max points, the way OSCA has it split up in halves, there's plenty of potential for plenty of movement up and down the board. And, still, Nashville Super Speedway, it's not a 1.5 miler. It's not necessarily a shorter 1 mile or less track. It's a very unique racetrack, and it's certainly one where, if something happens to Johnny Eckert in that first half, Isabella and Beers will be like sharks. There's like blood in the water. They'll be all over it.
All over. They'll try to be here tonight, as we do have a big field, as Carlos mentioned. I think 31 cars that joined in the session as of right now. So if there is some early trouble for Johnny Eckert, that can certainly make half number 2 exciting. And tonight, of course, for the race, I believe the halves are 50 and 51 for our halves tonight. As per usual, no invert. But fuel is 40 to 45 laps, and I think with that math, I mean, maybe with the benefit of cautions, these guys might not need to come down pit road. But I'm assuming there's going to be at least one pit stop tonight if we do go green.
And it's a blanket statement. Pretty much most of the field here did the usual thing, asked a bunch of guys questions about. Basically tonight, I was like, it's the last race of the season. What's your plan tonight? And a shocking amount of guys said they were going to go for some crazy strategy stuff if given the opportunity. There's going to be a lot of staying out, a lot of going for track position. I've only had one race myself here at Nashville Super Speedway, so as far as whether it's track position heavy, maybe it will be. I don't know how racy it is. There's going to be quite a bit of strategy for it. A lot of guys that just say they're trying to go for the win. Usually people are like, this is my style of track, or this is what I'm good at, but most of them, they're all just going for wins. Last race of the season, your situation is pretty clear at this point, so just win.
Yeah, as Al Davis always used to say, just win, baby, and that's I think what a lot of the mindsets out there is tonight. It's going to be interesting because you want to get that win. There might not be a lot of a championship or a lot on the line as far as the standings are concerned, but you want to carry that momentum with you into next season, and that certainly could help with the half victory here tonight. And I see behind the scenes here we had an in-car camera, and Carlos, I got to ask, whose in-cars do we have tonight? We got the 2 Double Trouble back tonight here for the in-car cameras.
But they did.
Oh. I'm kind of low-key, kind of hoping they forgot that we could potentially broadcast. We can catch Zach or Shane pick their nose or something. Yeah, everyone will know. Everyone will make fun of them. No, hopefully we'll get some good action shots of those 2 guys tonight. As we're winding down practice here, Zach Roethlisberger returning back in the 98 machine on top of the leaderboard, and right behind him, the man who's getting hot, Kian Raleigh, who swept last week. He's currently second, and Delgado, the guy who almost made half number 2 interesting, but of course had that trouble on pit road. He's in third. So it's the top three right now. We could be a pretty good show. We see Johnny Eckert back in seventh right now. So I think we've seen this from Johnny as of late, Matthew, is that he's not usually in the top three, but I think we should expect him, if all things kind of go well for him, he'll be right there in the top five, mixing it up for potential victory here.
Oh yeah, he makes his way up there. You know, he hasn't been the craziest in qualifying, but it's not like he's qualifying in the back. He's qualifying well enough in that top 10 consistently, without a question, without a doubt, to where, you know, you have the whole race to not really figure it out even, but just bide your time and pick and choose your moves and battles, and it's a good skill to have. You don't necessarily need to win the pole, because Johnny Eckert, from what I can tell, when I think about the way he drives, he doesn't really make mistakes, doesn't tend to take himself out. Even if he doesn't qualify in the top three, he ends up there by the end of the race.
Yeah, race pace, I think, is going to be a big factor here tonight. You know, talking about how does this track race, I think you know, you kind of want to run that like second groove through the corners, and you can get those runs on the bottom, but it's that corner exit, if you can get it to stick, to make those passes. So I think track position is going to be important. So I think qualifying, which we're heading into right now, could be relatively important. Or as you were talking about, the other thing is that pit strategy of some of these guys kind of swing for the fences, try to get themselves track position there. But I think tonight can be, I think we're in store for a really big show. And there we see Nicholas Monticelli, who is going to be stepping away from OSCA competition. Had to throw this out here. He's throwing it back to, I believe, a season 1 truck.
Yep.
And that's a pretty cool looking paint scheme there for Monticelli, and we wish the best of luck to him in his future endeavors. And hopefully, you know, we just didn't announcers jinx him, because I feel like anytime we do talk about him, that doesn't go well for him.
Maybe the announcers jinx or the racing gods will show a little mercy to him if he's in his swan song race as far as his full-time OSCA competition. Maybe they'll be merciful.
Yeah, hopefully. And there we see Kyle Carlson also back out there on the racetrack. He's stepped away for a couple months. Good to see him back out on track. We've, you know, last time we really seen Carlson, he's been qualifying well, and we'll see where he ends up on the board once he gets his laps in here. He's coming to the stripe, I believe, to take his first lap. First one on the board actually is right now Dallas Myhand. A couple cars actually completing their first laps, and that I was gonna say that 06 is that I know we were discussing the pronunciation of that name. It's Gutierrez.
Gutierrez. One of those. Depends on how much you want to put on the T, I think.
Carlos, what do you think?
Gutierrez.
Yep.
Gutierrez. All right. So he's currently second on the board as we
Make
got
it third.
Third now. Oh, drops down to fourth is Keen Rally, and Vincent Isabella top the board as of right now. A total of 16 cars total taking laps right now. And there's a potential preview there of his next season's paint scheme, Adam Tepe, in the Bat Flip podcast.
All right.
So yes, this is kind of old school. I feel like NASCAR drivers used to do this in the 90s. They'd whip out their next year's paint scheme in the final race at Atlanta, back when they still ran the final race at Atlanta. So it's kind of cool to see Tepe kind of bringing back an old tradition, previewing his next season's paint scheme. So there you see what he'll be running next season in OSCA competition.
Oh yeah, well, what though? Get ready for qualifying to shake up a lot here. Of all the guys in the top 10 in practice, only 3 of them have set times so far. They are all just now on their outlap or getting off pit road. That's Zach Roethlisberger, Nick Indelicato, DJ Weeks. That qualifying battle is not over. The pole is definitely not safe.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make a run towards the top. Johnny Eckert moves up to third on the leaderboard. And there you see Kynan Jones in the 73, and we've you know, hey, he's due for that Cinderella story. He's come so close here in the playoffs, or the chase, I should say. You know, he's been taking those wild strategies and just almost getting them to work. I believe what was that, back at is that Rockingham when he almost came up with the win?
I think so. So.
And just coming a few laps short on fuel. See if he can pick it up and get it done today, do something wild and crazy, as now we now have 23 cars taking time. Kean Rally still on top of the leaderboard. Zach Rogers currently putting on the 4th best time, that 29 machine.
Ooh, and Delgado got loose off of turn 2, slipped up and hit the wall on his flyer. I don't think he's going to be setting a time here.
So, you know, and we've seen Delgado come from the back to the front relatively quickly. He's going to have to do that tonight. We'll see how quickly he can get it done. There you see the short track kid of Austin Beers in that 19 machine making his lap. As,
I was just going to say, he should place fairly up towards the top of the board. He's coming across now.
See where he ends up third. Moves up
third, a lot further up.
And actually ran the similar time as Vincent Isabella, who currently holds on to that 2nd spot. So it looks, as of right now, it looks like Kean might be safe, but oh, here comes DJ Weeks.
Yeah, he was fast in practice.
Fast in practice, see if when he comes down to the line, see where he ends up. There's that his
2nd
lap there. 2nd,
no purple,
wow.
So yeah, can only be 2nd.
Is he taking another?
Is that his first lap?
No, he's slowing down.
I think that was his 2nd. I think he's done.
Okay.
He's done. He's taking
done.
that. Wow.
And there-
What? I was the thing. Usually you don't qualify faster than you practice. I wonder if the track cooled down, because the top 4 all out. They all out. Their qualifying lap was faster than their best practice lap.
Yeah, generally don't see that, but now the field gets set and gridded up here for half number 1. Again, 50, or was it 51? I mixed it 50. Up in my head. 50 laps 50. The first one, and then 51 the second half. I messed with myself. Numbers, math is hard. Well, and again, Kean Rally, though, starting on the pole here for half number 1 of the slightly out of tune 130. That's exactly what I was there. And DJ Weeks on the outside pole. There you see the everyone else where they started. Seth Rawls, filling in for Zishan Dura. Hopefully he's a little bit better condition than he was celebrating his birthday last week.
Oh, he'll be. I mean, he's racing. I'm just glad he's not drinking now. He's out now that he's on the racetrack. Get all the celebrating out of the way. He's like, okay, get back on the racetrack now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder how many drinks he's probably had since last week when he was celebrating his birthday. Probably not.
Oh, it's great. It's great. He's been a good boy. He abstained until the age of 21. The occasional beer if his parents let him have it, but it was great because the whole week in our group chat, he was like, man, is this good? I'm going to this place. What do I get? What do I try? Asking everybody for advice on what to get. It's like, oh, it's a whole new world, my friend.
He reminds me of me. I also waited till I was 21 for me to like attempt beer. Like I had like a little sip or something, but like I actually waited till I was 21 for me to go to my local 7-Eleven and buy my first six pack. I guess it was one of the cases. It was Budweiser, and I remember it fondly because I waited 21 years, and the person, the cashier, didn't once ask me for my ID.
So what have I been waiting on this whole time?
Yeah, right. I feel
I got robbed of my experience.
I mean, that's half the point. Although you get to an age now when they don't card you to a certain age, you get a little sad. It's like, man, I haven't been carded in a while, so that's.
Oh, I immediately skipped to that phase of my life.
Now, just because we're about to go green, I do want to point something out. I was talking about track temp right at the end, and I noticed it was 103 degrees in qualifying. Now for the start of the race, the track temperature is 77 degrees.
Wow.
Way cooler in qualifying. So not only is the track going to have more grip in the long run, but it's going to be a little bit slick here to start the race.
Yeah, it's going to see how exciting this start is going to be as we're about ready to go green for the slightly out of tune 130 half number 1 season finale. Glad that you joined us tonight and sit back and enjoy the show that these boys are about to put on. It's going to be a dandy as we send off the 2022 A season, and the pace car is about to dive down pit road.
There's a new restart zone.
Oh, are they implementing?
They're not using it, so they are not using the new restart zone today.
They are not, and now we are green. pace car down, but Kian Rally gets the jump here. Battling his teammate DJ Weeks going down into turn number 1, but Vincent Isabella makes a strong charge on the inside. He's going to take over the second spot if he can make it stick, but it looks like they're still battling side by side.
Already seeing guys all over the place get a little bit slick. Not so much in this top 5 here, but as I'm looking throughout the field, some slipping and sliding. I think once we get a couple of laps of heat into these tires, though, you'll see it definitely start to stabilize.
You see Zach Rogers there in the 29 take a very high lane going through 3 and 4. Maybe not expecting how slick the track is. It's falling out of the top 5. Roethlisberger goes around. Caution is out.
That was contact with Eckert there. My hand got a piece, and Alex Kenton right at the end.
Oh man, so not my hand.
Not my hand.
But unfortunately for Zach Roethlisberger, his teammate
Wow.
getting into him. Yeah, that's could be some teammate drama. Maybe that's what there's. Again, if you got to tune in here to 3Y TV after this race, there's going to be a press conference. And
They'll be fighting on the press conference.
yeah, that might be. Johnny diving a little low, and just slight contact. Gutierrez looks like he gets slowed up in time. So does Brent Jones to avoid the trouble. And there you see that orange car of Stephen Hot Shoe Schumann. Also note this will be his final race in OSCA competition. Congratulations to him for going to be a dad. So I was supposed to say he's pulling out of OSCA competition because he was not good at that elsewhere. Anyone get it? Oh, hey, Vic told me to say that. I'm just throwing that out there.
Put you up to it.
You put me up to that. So anyway, I just had to get it out of the way early there. Whew, okay, now we can move on. So Kian Rally still holds on to the lead. Probably. And it looks like overall for the guys that made contact in that wreck that relatively low damage, but they're going to lose a bunch of track positions. We do see a couple cars down pit road. I believe Myhand, Evans, Dustin Durer, and Gutierrez down pit road at the moment. I think
got
20
Rashid
cars
Coles, Nick and Delicato down pit road too. They're all just topping off too. I think from here, if you save a little, you can go all the way.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I wonder if some of these guys, maybe even if they're starting farther back out of these, between 30th and 20th, just topping off with 1 to go, and it should be relatively close, as he said, with being able to stretch that fuel range being from 40 to 45 laps.
Now I'll tell you what I'm most excited to see. This is kind of throwing it back to practice here for a second, but one thing I always love to look at in practice is I look at everybody's laps, not necessarily the times, but how many laps in a row they run. And I only look at the top 15 because those are the guys that are going to be a little bit more pacey. There were 4 guys that ran longer than 10 laps in a row in practice. That was Kian, ran 12 in a row. Westergreen ran 15 in a row. Zach Rogers ran 16 laps in a row. And this is the one I like the most because Zach Evans, who just came down pit road to top off, ran 43 consecutive laps in practice, did what I assume to be a full fuel run. So I have to fully expect him to be the most prepared to be on this strategy, knows exactly what the car is going to do, because he's the only one that went beyond 20 laps for that matter.
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, go ahead.
I have received confirmation from Monticelli. This is something he told me before the season began, but I completely forgot about it. But he sent me a message saying that he did it. He has driven and designed a completely new scheme for every single week of OSCA competition.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Wow. That's many man hours in the paint booth.
That's a commitment.
That is a commitment. There's my check mark of approval.
That is
all
the
right.
stamp. Yep. You might as well put 2 more on there for me and Matthew.
Also,
that's a pretty awesome job.
We'll talk about it more probably in the next caution, but we got to talk about what's happening next week in OSCA.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some plans.
There are some plans indeed, and so buckle up for that. But as we get ready to go back to green flag racing, the pace car dives down pit road. Kian Rally's going to lead him to the green flag. And here we go. Green flag is out. Kian Rally getting a good jump. Vincent, though, not too bad of a start on the outside line. But now Austin Beers in the mix, moves up into that third position. He's going to look on the inside of Isabella going down to turn number 1, and he's going to get that spot on the exit of 2. So move Beers up into second, Isabella back to third, and we are racing now here at Nashville. And now it looks like, they got a couple laps here of green flag racing, Matthew. You think they picked up on how maybe slick the track will be when it's a little cooler with the colder tires, I should say, and the cooler weather?
After they get a few laps on them, it improves. It's just fresh tires, when you put them on, or when you start the race anyways, they don't really have the heat. The cooler track is nice once you get some laps. Right now, I mean, I'm still seeing some guys bobble. They've cooled back down after being under caution. I'm thinking about right now, it should start to get better, as there are guys all over this racetrack. I mean, the fun thing about Nashville, especially with the tire issues, is from when I tried to figure out this racetrack, the amount of times I sailed it off into the corner because I'm expecting something like Atlanta and just go straight to the wall. It's just the amount you have to check up for how tight it is. And just to loop it back around the tires, this track is killer to the right front tire. So I mean, aside from the tires, the heat cycling in and out of them, it's hard on tires. It's just a cool track.
It is a fun track, and now we ride on board with Shane Mantelva, and he's waiting.
Hey, he's seeing us!
Right.
Hey, concentrate driving!
Shane having a good time behind the wheel, currently running in the 10th position, and hey, he could at least say hi, Mom, when he's on there. That'd be nice. But
He's
hopefully,
up to 23rd.
Yeah, so he's gained a lot of positions.
Yeah,
he's looking
up 13.
pretty stout, filling in for Tate Lytle in that 56 machine, giving it a good run, battling with Osborne for that 9th position. And you see the concentration needed to drive one of these cars as he was waving to us. Now, see, look, now that he has both hands on the wheel, he moves up to 9th.
He probably can't hear us. He probably just has us, but it can't hear us.
That's true.
I was gonna say,
Can you write on the screen hi, Mom? Can you say hi, Mom?
Yeah, I can. Hold on. Wait, what did you want me to
Hi,
write?
Mom, and then dash Shane, from Shane or something.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, that's a special.
He's trying to read what.
All right.
Awesome. And that's Shane's mom. Hello. Shane says hi as he's driving, and there he goes, still battling in that 9th spot, even with one hand on the wheel. And we had the camera there for Dustin Durer for just a second, and I'm hoping my mom's out there watching. Dusty is issuing a public apology for what he did to your bathroom last weekend. Let's just say he partook in some of the activities that Seth Rawls did last Saturday. And left a little mess. So this, Mama Goody, if you're listening, Dusty apologizes. He's trying to run good for you. He's trying to run well. He's sitting there back in the, where is he running now? I can't see what his score is.
26.
Back in 26. He's taking it easy because he's still probably nursing a hangover from Saturday, but see if he can rocket that Beverly Lanes Miss Goodies Ford back up to the front. So just tying that in there with the mom theme that we have going on there.
What I'm seeing is not what I was expecting. There is no other lane but the bottom. I saw Zach Rogers try to go to the outside of Johnny Eckert, and not only did he not get the spot, Seth Rawls is actually passing him on the bottom right now. And I'm looking at the speeds. You don't get any run off that top lane. It's just very much bottom feeding, and if you get a good enough run, try to duck under the guy in front of you.
Yeah, it must be different. I think the only few races I've raced here at Nashville have been in the Cup cars, and maybe with the lower horsepower too. That it's a little bit better run on the top side. But here in the Xfinity cars, as you said, it does appear that low line is king, as we see here Adam Peeler on that outside, losing a few positions to Nick Indelcato and Kyle Carlson. Let's see now Carlson under fire from Indelcato, who's trying to work his way back up to the front. He has worked his way up 12 spots into the 17th position. So he's moving up, but still got a lot of work to do here. But, as we talked about during that last caution, a lot of these guys who hit under that previous caution, do they have enough to make it the rest of the way? That's going to be a fun one to see how that plays out.
And you know, Zach Evans, you know, he's not one of the most blisteringly fast guys, but he was pretty decent in practice. Even though he only did one run, that big green flag run, he didn't really show off a whole lot of pace. So if this goes green, he's perfectly set up for it. He is back there saving fuel, and he knows what this car is going to drive like in the long run, and he knows how he has to adjust to it. I'm really looking forward to see how this plays out if it goes green all the way for him. And you know, if it doesn't, he's got enough in him there to possibly drive his way back up to the field. What is going on with Roethlisberger?
Whoa. Oh, wow. Evans is looking at his watch. I wonder if Zach Evans actually has places to be after this race is done. So I was just going to say before he checks his watch.
He's going to be watching the press conference.
Yeah, the press conference is following this right here on 3Wide TV. But you see, I don't know if this is more concentration since he's looking at his watch, or if he's just being stuck up and too good to wave at us. Yeah, it's hard to say, but Evans right now battling in that 22nd position, trying to save some fuel and see if he can make it.
He's smiling. He can hear us.
Stage.
Okay. I know what your plan is.
I think Vic also told him that we were talking about him. But anyway, back up front, Kian Raleigh still holding on to the lead over Austin Beers. Now Dylan Thomas moves up into that third position, trying to chase down Austin Beers in second. Here we see some more battling for position. And that was one of our in-car camera boys who's now, hey, now we got the camera off. He's falling back to the 12th spot, battling with John.
Oh, sorry.
No, Vincent, yeah, falling off here a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to sneak in there and say Vincent was falling off. Speaking of falling off, I know it's not on them right now, but Austin Beers was reeling Kean in for a while. I think he might have cooked his tires up because he started falling off Kean, and Dylan Thomas is now getting really close to him. So it looks like Dylan and maybe the Seth Rawls car there starting to come to life late. Vincent Isabella and Austin Beers fading as the run gets on.
So I looking at how far the lap times have fallen off, it's maybe kind of close to half a second. Trying to do math quick in my head. I mean,
roughly,
not quite.
Roughly half a second.
So there's probably not a lot to gain if we short pit at, if someone decides to short pit and to try to make up that time, and maybe even try to pass these guys like a Zach Evans, Dustin Durer, or Indelcato that potentially might try to make it to the end.
Two philosophies with it. One is your tire advantage might not be superb. However, I mean, if you're 4 or 5 seconds back, I mean, hey, David Westergreen, Brian Osborne, 9th and 10th. The other way to think about it is if you pit pretty early, you get a lot of laps out of those fresh tires. And compared to the guys who wait, by the time they come to pit road, if they wait, they're not going to have any laps to make it work. It's not like this is a 70-lap race. If you're stretching it, you're only going to be on that new set of tires for maybe 5, 6, 7 laps. So the short pit could work because of the race distance. It's just if you take a bunch of guys with you, then it kind of doesn't work. There's a lot of levels to it when the race is this short.
Yeah, and we'll see how it plays out, and we're gonna wonder if some of these guys try to do some sort of pit sorcery here to try to make something work. As you mentioned on top of the broadcast, people are wanting to get that victory before the season's up. So maybe someone's gonna try something a little off the wall. I don't know what it could be besides the guys that came down pit road trying to stretch it, which still kind of surprised me that there wasn't more guys that came down pit road too, that just to see if they could make it to the end from back when we went to green with, it was roughly about lap 7.
Roughly about lap 7, yeah, and it's still, I think they topped off with about 45, 46 to go. So for those guys, it'll still be close.
Yeah, and I think a lot of guys, especially like Evans, who he hasn't been full time this season. There's nothing really to do but to go for it. Even a guy like Indelcato, he's just out here as he's said every week just to go for those checkered flags. I think he's pretty clinched. It might be tighter now after last week for the Rookie of the Year standings between him and Dylan Thomas, who is sitting in that third position. So we'll see how risky Indelcato wants to get on it too. But right now it doesn't look like he's saving a lot of fuel as he's moved up into that 12th position.
Yeah, and he had a little bit. I think he had a little bit of damage to fix. Or no, that came on the second restart. So no, I don't think he's not saving all that much. I'm really curious because he didn't take tires. Nobody that came down really took tires. I'm really wondering what the strategy is for him. And for that matter, Zach Evans has even moved up to 19th, and he's not pushing his car. Looking at the lap times, they're not pushing. Well, Nick maybe is. Nick is flying through the field. Nick is actually one of the fastest cars on track right now, just looking at lap times. And I'm sorry, just to jump around as much as I am, DJ Weeks is the only guy in the field that ran below a 31.5 that time. I think DJ Weeks and Johnny Eckert right behind him are the two fastest cars on track right now.
Yeah, it looks like some of these guys pushing a little bit harder than others, so we'll see how this race plays out. See Johnny Eckert there, right, in that 5th position. So as it stands right now, he's setting himself up pretty decently to lock up that championship. I believe the only guy ahead of him is Austin Beers, and I'm sure I gotta wonder, when he fell off, is he trying to save those tires for Austin Beers? Because for him to have that shot at the championship, he's got to probably expect to win this half no matter what.
I mean, even if he wins the half, if Johnny Eckert finishes where he does, if Johnny Eckert finishes in the top 15, I don't think it matters. It's going to be a combination. He can do as good as he wants, but as long as Johnny Eckert just sits there and runs 5th, it's locked up for him. But I did talk to Beers before the race, and for this reason exactly, you never say you're not confident. But when the writing's on the wall and it's a little bit obvious, he said he expects Eckert to come home with the championship. He said he's content with 2nd just because that's where he thinks it's going to end up. However, that doesn't mean he doesn't want to win. He said he wants very badly to finally win a race this season before the season's up. And he's in a pretty good spot to do it here.
Yeah, and you know how many weeks he's had, maybe potentially the fastest car in the field.
Oh, so many.
And we've heard the dejection in his voice when he, he had 2 second-place finishes last week at Bristol, I believe. And just how bad he wants to get back into victory lane. So at some point he's going to want to try to do whatever he can to end up into victory lane, as we do see a battle, a change at the 3rd position as DJ Weeks goes in, and Beers last second
right
coming off pit road. Almost
Isabella.
a disaster there.
My hand!
And Isabella coming, and wow, so a bunch of cars coming down pit road now. So they're
it looks like Healer and Conrad were actually already on here. They kind of kick-started that. Now they're all going to start coming in bunches.
Yeah, that will probably kick off a revolution to come down pit road for sure. And we'll see. I heard a couple more drivers calling out that they're going to be coming down pit road this time by. As now Kean, is he on pit road? Yep, Kean's on pit road. Dylan Thomas, Seth Roll. Oh boy! Sideways there. I believe that was the
Westergreen.
Is that the 8?
Delcano ran into Westergreen as Westergreen was coming to pit road.
Man, oh man. So, and Westergreen able to get onto pit road. Of course, hopefully he got woed up in time, which I think they do have plenty of time to slow up here at Nashville before they hit that commitment cone. So now DJ Weeks is scored your leader. You see some of the cars coming off pit road. Gutierrez in the 9th position. As pit cycles, start coming into play. But and it's interesting because these Outlaw boys, the 2 guys up front, DJ Weeks and Johnny Eckert, I believe especially every week, they always seem to have a plan going into every half, and a lot of times it doesn't seem like it makes sense to us up here in the booth. As you were talking about, you don't want to stretch that out too long, so not to take advantage of those fresh tires. So I wonder how much longer the 97 and 90 are going to stay out on the racetrack.
Of course, it could be a matter of they were already a decent bit far behind the leaders. Not super far behind, but a little hard to overcome. And now that the leaders have already come down pit road, they know the leader's going to get the jump on them anyways. So it could just be a matter of staying out the extra 10 to 15 laps and hoping for a caution. Because I think right now, looking at the scoring, they've got everybody up until about 10th place lapped, and some of those guys are going to get their lap back. But it could be a situation where if they wait long enough and do get a caution, and they do take tires, at the very worst, they'll be in the top 15. As I say that, DJ Weeks is on pit road, of course.
DJ Weeks comes down pit road. Johnny Eckert staying out, as we see a couple other guys. Staying on the racetrack. 2 guys you got to notice. I don't believe, did Osborne come down pit road, but Dustin Durer and Zach Evans in the top 5 right now. potentially going to be able to try to stretch it to the end of the half.
Yeah, Osborne has not come to pit road yet, and I love a good fuel mileage race. So I'm certainly hoping to see if Zach Evans can make it. Although Zach Evans isn't even the guy in position to win the race. It's actually it's Dustin Durer right now. If Dustin Durer goes the whole way, although listen, this is a huge stretch. If Johnny Eckert, do you think he could somehow stretch the fuel 5+ laps? We've seen Johnny Eckert do some crazy. Never mind, he's pitting. Here he comes.
Then there goes that. But hey,
Huh?
And for a shock to Shaq was there, it wasn't that far off that to think that maybe Johnny could do that as now Dustin Durer will take over the top spot here with 15 laps to go.
Monticelli.
But not too far behind is that 6 car. There you see Monticelli is down pit road for one last time in half number 1. So right now that's the battle. Can these two drivers, the 6 and the 32, can they make it the rest of the way on fuel? These are two guys that are leading the charge, and
Not just the 6 and the 32. Zach Roethlisberger, Zach Falafel, and
Sound it out.
Kynan Jones. I listened to their in cars. They are driving it really, really easy. Just about this whole top 5 here are trying to make it all the way. I don't know about Schumann. The top 4. I haven't looked at Schumann yet.
and you gotta wonder who's saved the most, because as you said, even taking it easy, it's going to be pretty close if these guys can make it. But again, a lot of these guys in the top 5, not a lot to lose. And again, Steven Schumann in the 5th spot, being his swan song race here tonight, going to try to walk away in victory lane. That'd be quite an accomplishment. Currently sitting in the 5th position, but he is 10 seconds behind Dustin Durer right now. But gotta wonder if Dustin Durer is going to be able to save enough gas to make it to the end. That's going to be key here. Right now, it doesn't look like they're turning the cars off or anything.
No.
He has feather in the throttle.
Dustin and Zach chopped off. I think they did their saving a little bit earlier. I'm not entirely sure. I know that I think Zach Evans has picked it up a little bit. It looks like he's definitely picked up the pace a little bit as of late. But you want to watch on your ticker there on the left side of your screen, P6, Ciancarelli in the 75. That gap is shrinking, and it is shrinking very fast, but the question is it going to shrink enough? He only has 12 laps here to close a 19-second gap, so you're figuring about 1.5 seconds a lap quicker, which right now actually isn't doing it. He's not quick enough the way it is right now to catch these guys.
Yeah, it's gonna get interesting here. I mean, he's got to catch some of these other guys and try to pass them, and they're gonna try to their darndest to hold them off, even though the pace is gonna be quite a bit different. As right now, like you said, Zach Evans and Roethlisberger picking up the pace. Dustin Durer, who is holding on to that lead, it's a little over a second, maybe now boosting up to 2.5 seconds. So Zach Evans maybe now trying to save a little bit more fuel to get to the end. 10 more laps to go.
Yeah, and the thing is, we know that they've saved and we know they're trying to push, but as far as what they've done, unless we can hear the clutch kick in, that is all we know. We don't know exactly how much they have saved. It's the fun of fuel strategy. You get to see how it plays out right at the end when guys start running out or they start sputtering, when guys on fresh tires catch, if they do catch. That's the fun, because everything starts to happen with just a few laps to go.
Yeah, a few laps to go, in which we're down to now under 10 to go. We come into 9 laps to go. And kind of update that progress there by Kian, which what is he now up to the 6th position, but still 16 seconds back.
Carlos has got the attack there circled. Who are we on board with here, Carlos? Who is
The
this?
race leader. He's not clutching it. The tech is just dropping down slowly to 5,000 RPM, or in this case 6,000.
Backing off a little early.
Yeah, but he's not clutching it at all.
I mean, he did top off.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. I wonder if maybe, like you said, backing up the corners a little bit, but definitely choosing not to clutch it. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. 8 laps to go. Let's see what on board here with Zach Evans, if he's clutching and trying to save. He's dropped back a little bit now to 1.7 seconds back of Dustin Durer. see what he's doing going to the corner. Looks like he's doing about the same thing.
It doesn't even sound like he's saving.
No,
Yeah, a little
that's
loose.
what I'm thinking. I'm hoping they're saving early. I'm hoping they've got enough to go from here.
You know, and I think either way for these two drivers, they, you know, we might be at Nashville, but they're playing it like they're at Vegas. They're all in right now. I think
yeah.
no matter what, they're gonna try to make it to the end. And now Kean Rally does move up into that 4th position, 14 seconds back, but only 7 laps to go.
Yeah, it's 2 seconds a lap now. Kean, I mean, just the facts are on pace alone, he's not going to be able to make those tires work for him. I mean, he is the quickest guy on track right now. He's opened up over 2 seconds on Austin Beers. But to those guys up front, he's going to have to hope for a caution or hope they run out, because the way it's looking, he just can't catch them on speed. It's going to be between, I think, the top 3, because I don't think he can catch Roethlisberger either. It's going to be that top 3. Have they saved enough fuel?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, as you see Durer letting Carlson go by. And now we start to see Zach Evans pick up the wick here a little bit, closing within almost a second of Dustin Durer now with 5 laps to go. And as you seen earlier, Carlos circling the name of Johnny Eckert, who's moved now up into the 8th position. Beers does move up 1 spot to 5th, but I don't think that's going to be enough, and that should just about clinch the championship for him here in half number 1. Unless something goes awry here, but with coming to 4 to go, once again, Duer's starting to pull away a little bit too. So it seems like a little bit of cat and mouse game here between the top 2, and maybe Evans trying to push Duer a little bit to burn a little bit more fuel. But I think either way, they kind of know what they got, know if they can make it or not. I'm sure these guys in the cockpit know just about when they're going to run out of fuel. If they're going to make it.
It's hard to tell. 2 laps ago, Evans picked up a whole 3 tenths, but their laps were pretty much identical last time. I mean, you just watch and wait. You know, championship is, you know, barring any disaster, we got the championship just about worked out, so we get to watch this and see what's going on. It's a fun one.
Yeah, we could see an upset victory here tonight. Could it be Dustin Durer? Is it going to be Zach Evans, who's now fallen back to about 2 seconds behind Dustin Durer? So Dustin setting sail here, seeing if he can get the victory. And he's coming into turn 3, coming to 2 laps to go. So now, you know, even for Dusty, he's got to know that he can maybe pedal it back a little bit if he thinks he's going to run out coming out of 4, back it up a little bit, see if he can finish these last 2 laps.
Excuse me, sorry. I'm having Portillo's for the first time right now. It's pretty good.
Ooh, yeah, that it is good, isn't it?
No, about 20 laps ago, when my buddy slowly walked in here and handed me my order. So very nice of him. Sorry, where were we? We're coming to the White Flag here, and I'm sitting here talking about my dinner.
Hey, you know, hey, that's a good sponsor plug there. That's good food. But here, coming to the White Flag, 1 more lap to go. Does Dustin Durer have enough to come back across the line one more time? We'll find out if he saved enough fuel. If not, Zach Evans looks like he's backed off that pace to see if he can make it. Right now, it's all on the line. Dustin Durer is probably singing a country tune on the backstretch. See, hopefully he can make it. But is he going to be singing happy songs, or is he going to be singing the blues? We're about to find out.
I think he's in the clear.
He's going to be in the clear coming out of turn 4. Getting his first OSCA career victory is Dustin Durer in the 32.
He owes your mother a new toilet.
Yes, I think he's going to have some money now. Zach Evans comes home in 2nd, and Roethlisberger brings it home in 3rd spot. Kean Rally in 4th, Austin Beers 5th, and Johnny Eckert looks like he clinches that championship. He finished in 6th. Teammate DJ Weeks in 7th. Dylan Thomas. Ooh, we got trouble after the fact here.
Oh man.
Oh boy, it's fun stuff happened. Zach Rogers and Seth, the birthday boy last week, Seth Rawls, comes home in 10th. So what a run there. What a finish for those guys who came down pit road to top it off. I think 1 to go was the big factor there for your top 3.
Yeah, I was looking all over Zach Evans. I was like, he ran those laps in practice. And what do you know? Dusty pulled it out. That's good. That is good stuff. Nothing like fuel mileage working out. It's fun stuff.
Yeah, what what a way to get an upset victory here in the season finale. I know Dusty said he had a lot of bad luck and
Got
a
him
lot
there,
of
interview waiting.
yeah, we'll get him up here, and I'm sure he'll be pretty excited here to get into victory lane. And here he is, Dustin Durer. How does it feel to get your first OSCA career victory?
Woo! Fuck yeah! I don't know if I can say that. Sorry, but
Oh God.
Not
That's
again.
in 2 weeks.
Three times in 2 weeks.
Well, these are happy expletives.
Yeah. Oh, Carlos has anger,
Carlos
Yep,
is not
Carlos
happy
is
about
happy.
it.
Nope. But Dusty, how confident were you that you were gonna make it the rest of the way? Were you saving early? What was kind of the secret there, if you want to share?
yeah. Well, the secret was definitely saving the first 15 laps. So when we went green, I was letting off at the start-finish line, and once I hit my number, then I started pushing it, and I knew I had it for sure with about 10 to go.
So yeah, because we were watching the inboard, seeing if you were saving. It looked like you were all in, going for it. It looked like you weren't able to quite do a burnout. It seemed like you ran out of gas, at least down on the cooldown lap. How much longer did you make it on fuel after you took that checkered flag?
If I would have ran full throttle the last lap, I would have ran out at the start-finish line.
Well, he played it perfect.
He did play it perfectly indeed, and so now you get that victory to kind of cap off that season. I was just mentioning, you were talking about how kind of a rough season it's been for you, trying to get to see these checkered flags, even no matter where it is in the field. So it's got to feel good to be the first one across this here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I am. That was pretty exciting. That's definitely a dang good way to wrap up the season, and I called it.
Yeah, Matthew, he said it to you, I believe.
Who called it? I'm sorry. I just what?
Quit eating your food.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good. It's a good sandwich.
I believe it. But Dustin, how he said checkers or wreckers, and
Oh, he did.
yeah,
Checkers
yeah.
and wreckers.
yeah. And,
All right. Hey, he said go out in style. He did.
he
That
went
is
out,
great.
And he
So-
put down
so,
that sandwich in record time.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. So with that, what's kind of your expectations? You'll be starting, on the pole here for half number 2. What's kind of your mindset going in here?
Well, y'all know the last time I sat on the pole, what happened? I spun in front of the field. So, don't be surprised if that happens. All honesty, I'm going for it here. I'm gonna let it hang out, and I got to represent memory lanes, Miss Goodies, everyone on board. Wow, that was awesome, right?
That was awesome.
That was awesome, and I did inform my mom, who's hopefully watching, about your public apology for what happened last weekend.
Yes, big apologies. I thought I cleaned up my mess, but I'm sorry, Ma.
Dusty unable to hold the drink as well as he used to, but maybe you'll have to have a few celebratory victory drinks after tonight.
Old
Getting that.
fashions.
Yeah. How about some more old fashioned?
Oh my, no.
All right, well, fair enough. Well, Dusty, we'll let you get ready here for half number 2 and get up on that wheel and go get it, man.
Yeah, hope to talk to you guys again in about 30 minutes.
All right, sounds good. And that's Dustin Durer getting it into victory lane, and he'll see what he can do for half number 2. Move him back down to... Where's Sat? Why can't I see the Sat? There we go. Sat Racing, and we do have Monticelli. We'll
we'll get him
here in
after.
the infield care center. Oh,
We'll get him after. Yeah, we're gridding now.
Rush him out of here and
yeah.
gridding it. We don't want to rush him out of here on it.
Yeah, we don't want to do that as we are gridding up. We've already got him in trouble a few times for interviewing in the cockpit there. So
Oh, really?
yeah, while he's driving.
Oh,
But hey, we've had Shane. Shane waving to us as he's driving, so it is what it is. Yeah, it's close. But as the field's going to be getting ready to grid up here for half number 2, there you see it, Dustin Durer, half number 1 winner. He's going to be starting on the front row with Zach Evans on the outside. But it's going to be curious now to see guys like Kean Rally. He saw that clean air before he came down pit road. Now he's going to be starting back. He doesn't have too many cars to pass, but it's going to be certainly different with these 3 cars ahead of him. See how he moves up through the field. And again, a guy like Austin Veer starting 5th. he wants to get back into victory lane. He wants to cap off this season. One final chance to get into victory lane, and of course, Johnny Eckert clinched that championship. I'm pretty sure right now for him, he's got that mindset as well. I think everyone in the field has that same mindset. That the chips are all in, or maybe the guitar picks, maybe more appropriate here for Nashville. They're all in at the center of the table. I think all these guys, all 31 cars here in the field, are going for it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared because here, Durer and Evans, they qualify decent. They're pretty quick, but Keane and Beers are very fast. And the thing is, usually when you have bottom feeder tracks, as Carlos draws a happy face, it appears.
No, that was a scared
when
face.
you have,
it was more of like a shocked face.
Oh, I thought I saw it was like the super smiling. Anyway, whoops. No, bottom feeder tracks, usually you can kind of make the top side work. It's all bottom here, so I'm not really sure how this is going to go out. Hopefully we don't see the sparks fly too much.
We see a relatively clean first half. We'll see how wild it will get here for half number 2. One
extra lap.
One extra lap, 51 laps as the pace car dives down. Dustin Durer is going to lead him to the green flag after picking up half number 1 victory. But what a good start there on the outside for Evans. Ooh, looks like he spun his tires, getting a good push.
Oh, 3 wide.
From the 75. Oh boy, 3 wide. That's not good to start a half. And we might see fireworks sooner than later. Kian Rally power moves through the middle, trying to clear himself below the Roethlisberger.
Oh, no.
Second spot.
Oh, me no fine.
Oh, no, and there's a big one coming out of 2. And there you see Seth Rawls. Oh, no, and Delgado.
My mic's been muted.
Oh, eat your sandwich. Oh, I'm too good.
I was going to say, you said the big one. I saw a lot of guys spinning. I don't think there was a lot of damage in that one.
No, not too much. I think similar to the wreck, but a lot of cars spinning out, and it looked relatively good. But, as Carlos said, me not fine. It looks like, ooh, my hand gets in the wall pretty good. I think Kean Rally. It looked like Evans hit the wall pretty good there, too. You see Gutierrez spinning in the grass. Rogers looks pretty good. And a little bit of rear damage for both Rawls and Delgado. And just getting hot in there into 1, 3 wide. Eckert washes up the track, and then you see Roethlisberger sideways. And Evans, just clips the back end, gets in the wall. He actually he's probably okay, maybe. And I think the cone made it, at least for the initial part of that wreck.
Oh, no, Seth Rawls took out the cone.
Oh, come on, Seth. Oh, I'm 21 now. Yeah, me fine? Maybe.
He said, I'm 21 now.
I'm a big boy. I'm taking up the cone.
If you want to see a fun view, I think Dylan Thomas and Johnny Eckert had pretty interesting views. They just about packed into the back of each other.
Oh.
Carlos, let's see if we can get the in-car camera. I just want to see.
Yeah. Let's go see the O3 in-car, Carlos. Where is it?
We're just here to see views now. Oh,
Yeah.
Check's got it. Check's got it.
He's on it.
Who did you want me to see again?
Eckert had the more interesting onboard. He just barely got woke up.
Let's go look at Johnny Eckert. Okay.
Let me pull up the moment of caution.
By the way, that was the...
Oh, Check's on.
Shaq is on it.
Oh, no.
Shaq does not refer to himself in the third person.
We're just saying Shaq's on it.
Dude, yeah. I think Shaq would be kind of cooler if he did. And yeah, a lot going on there. Out the front and back cameras of Johnny Eckert through that wreck. And with that, a lot of guys gaining position. How about Brett Jones moves up 18 spots, or 17 spots into 11th.
Oh, wow.
Robert Hill Jr. up 18 after all that melee. He's up in the 12th position. So a lot of jockeying for position right now. Dustin Durer still holding on to that lead over Kean Rally, but it looks like right now, as far as we only had maybe a lap and a half of green flag, it looks like Kean is chomping on the bit, and he's looking to get to the front in a quick hurry.
Yeah, but be careful now, because those outlaw guys, Johnny Eckert and DJ Weeks, we saw them get really fast towards the end of that green flag run. They don't have anyone else in front of them now.
So Eckert locked it in, right?
Oh yeah, Eckert. You said he's what locked in what?
I'm asking, you
The
locked it in,
championship?
right?
Oh, he's got it. He's got the
Yeah,
championship.
Yep.
That is a done deal.
So that's where those guitar picks are at the center of the table, for all 31 of these drivers. We'll see how much more sparks we can have. Sit down, buckle up. We're going to get back to racing here on lap 5 of 51. The pace truck getting ready to dive down pit road. We get back to green to conclude our first caution here. Dustin Durer going to lead him to the field. There's some driver displeasure there as we go to green. I wonder what happened there. And anyway, Dustin Durer is going to lead him back to the green flag, and we are racing. And once again here at lap number 5, Durer with a good jump over the field. Wow, he timed that probably the best we've seen all night, and that's going to lead him almost a 3-wide.
Oh, John Thomas is spinning towards the infield.
And I
No
think
caution.
no
Hey, he held the
caution.
brakes.
That was with Brian Osborne.
Wow, was that like we seen Kean disappear there for a quick second, and it looked like almost his car maybe flipped back into Thomas. That was interesting how that kind of played out.
Osborne kind of did he just turn right?
Oh.
That was interesting.
Interesting indeed. Oh,
As we're looking at the replay, by the way, sorry, I just have to update. Thomas Capiona just went for a ride through the infield. Had somewhat of a pass in the grass type deal.
And well, holds on to that 6th spot after going through the grass. And there you see another look at Dylan Thomas going through the grass. Johnny Eckert now moves into that 2nd position over Kean Rally. Ooh, Thomas Capiano still having a little bit more fun there.
Yeah, he and Osborne just got together again the 2nd time in the same lap. I don't think it's going very well between those two right now.
So, man, you know, I'm proud here of half number 1 for Dustin Durer so far, holding off of Johnny Eckert with that clean air. He said he was digging, he was going for it. I don't know how well he's going to be tire management here in half number 2, but right now doing a pretty good job holding off Johnny Eckert. I believe last lap Dustin Durer did have the best lap. He was in purple.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. This is an absolute hornet's nest.
Oh man, a hornet's nest indeed. And it looked like one of the cars there was kind of blinking, so that could make that hornet's nest just that much more interesting. And now Johnny Eckert in the 2nd has put down the best lap as he's closing in a little bit on our leader Dustin Durer at the moment. But here we look back. This is kind of battling for that.
No!
Kind of. Oh boy!
Around! That is
around
Shane Clementova.
Oh man! Oh, we might need a live reaction shot. Is Shane okay? This might be morbid. Don't look. Don't look. Are we going to it? No.
But we are. Calm down.
Okay. I'm not.
I'm gonna find where the actual caution.
He's driving away, so I'm assuming he's okay.
Beers got swept up in that too, and I think Rogers as well. Who else was that? Cody McLean.
Getting involved.
Oh wow.
There
were 2 separate incidents.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest. It looked like Alex Kenton was kind of on the bottom. He wasn't quite there. Shane was coming down the track to cover it, and Gutierrez.
Filling in the 06 this week. Yeah, kind of just fighting for that same real estate there, and just Shane not clear and McLean nowhere to go. Kind of cut low, and there's a little bit of driver anger there. He said, I think it's
Shane here. Shane's going to crowd him all the way down here, and he's got all the way up to the wall. I think Gutierrez was just having none of it.
Yeah, I think he came over the radio, said he felt like he was blocked, and it looked like maybe not blocked, but just going for that same real estate. And
Osborne, I didn't even notice that. Osborne.
Watchful eye of Carlos there. I seen Peeler get loose. I was wondering what happened there. And then see how much Austin Beers just gets into that. Oh, he's going to hit that outside wall pretty good. Rogers kisses it. And then McLean trying to take that same route. But by that point, Shane already closed it up. Oh, Rogers spinning out again after getting through there as well. And we do have Austin Beers in the infield care center.
Oh, man, he's not going to get that win.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like not going to be able to pick up that win, as you said here, as we do have Austin Beers in the booth. Austin, how bad is the damage on the car?
We're done. Load her up.
Load her up. Oh, man. So, we were talking, you were a guy that was going out there. Look, you're battling for the 2nd spot in the points. This obviously is going to put a a big damper on that. And I think the bigger thing probably for you is not going to be able to get in victory lane. That's got to be a little disappointing.
Yeah, a whole year without it. But I think I'll be either 4th, 3rd, or 2nd. So it is what it is. Good season. Ups and downs. Definitely felt like I kind of picked up how I've been on iRacing and improved. Like saving tires and running smarter races this season. So I'm definitely proud of how the season went. Other than not winning a race.
Again, not winning a race, but you also seem to have the pace to win races. So I mean, it's still got to feel like it's only a matter of time. Unfortunately, it wasn't this season, but it's got to give you a little bit of optimism heading into next year. Maybe even hopefully learning a little bit more and getting around just those little bit short that you've come up short this season, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta finish races. I put all the blame on me. I don't finish the races. It's my job to run those last couple of laps in the lead and hold the other guys off, and I just haven't been able to do that, unfortunately. But next year hopefully I don't miss as many races and be able to battle Johnny Popcorn for the win in the standings.
I feel like he deserves that, but you got to be looking forward to the exciting things even next season with Beers Motorsports. You've kind of talked about that, so 2022 B seasons. I think the future is going to be bright for the short track kid here.
Yeah, hopefully. Feel like a little bit of Denny Hamlin situation. Hopefully our second team does good, and we've made some changes. We got some new guys coming into Beers Motorsports, which I'm excited for, and I'm just really excited for next season. I don't know when it starts really. When's the first date?
First week of August, I want to say.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we got a couple weeks.
I think August 4th, 1 degree.
August 4th.
Oh, it is August 4th. Yeah, I think we got 5 weeks.
All right, perfect. So take this summer break, focus on real life racing a little more, and yeah.
I'll say that's important. Hey, yeah, and before we send you off here, as we get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing, any final shout-outs you want to give?
You guys, all season, it's been awesome, watching back these races and, just hearing your reaction to the racing and all that. And, all these competitors, it's great that we have like 30-plus cars every week. It's awesome, Obviously, you guys have ups and downs with some drivers, but it's great to, it's a fun series and everybody has respect, so it's cool.
Yes, it's a fun series to be a part of, indeed. And we got to make you better than Shane DiMantova, and you at least got to go out and at least say hi to your mom.
Mom.
There you go. Well, Austin
and
Pierce.
Dad, how about that?
There you go. Oh, got them both in. Love it. That's good.
Yep.
Well, best of luck to you next season and in your real racing endeavors here, and hopefully we'll see you back here next season in Victory Lane.
Yeah, thank you. And also, Peyton Neely's racing next weekend, so she'll be my significant other.
Hey, we were going to announce that, yeah. All right, yeah. So we'll look forward to that. And, yeah, we forgot to talk about that. But thank you, Austin. We'll, as we go back to Green Dallas Mahan in the lead. Thank you.
I have to say, we had some intriguing strategies unfold. I couldn't find a good place to fit it in. The top 4 stayed out. Nick and Delicato appeared to take fuel only. And I noticed 3 of the Shift Esports guys, none of them took tires, and they all went at the exact same time on the restart.
Yeah, they must have been working together to time that out.
Oh, in the wall.
Ooh, just a little touch there.
Kissed the wall there a little bit, and Johnny Eckert, you see him try to make those moves on the outside, not nothing doing. It looks like Dustin Durer trying to peek his nose for that 7th spot. Don't think he's gonna quite get the run there, as caution is out on the racetrack.
Oh man, who is it?
Oh, Dylan Thomas once again. Now, oh boy. Guy's flying by him as he sits broadside on the track. Looks like no one hit him. We'll see what brought out the caution here.
Oh, the 15 again.
Oh boy, as he tried to stay off, Carlson gets into him. Had to check up, and Osborne gets into him. Able to everyone avoid him there.
Man, it looked like Conrad was going slow up top. There's just no grip up there, so Conrad was slow off. Carlson checked up for Conrad, and Dylan couldn't check up in time. Got into Carlson. Just a huge chain reaction.
Oh, we've lost our primary graphics.
But luckily, no damage, and hopefully here, see what some strategies go. I think all Dylan will probably need, I'm assuming, is just some tires, and he should be okay.
Well,
after
I don't
that
know.
spin.
He's already spun once, and that first spin was a lot harsher. I don't really know if he's taken tires or Carlos. You do have something, don't you, that tells us?
I
they've
had
taken
something, but
over?
unfortunately it just crashed, which means that all the data from beforehand is lost.
Oh,
So I
That's
gotta
why we're
ask
in the
you,
backup
Carlos,
graphics right now.
So we have the backup graphics, and you know, for those of you out there watching that don't have iRacing, they had a big update. I believe it was yesterday or Tuesday. And does that have anything to do with it? I heard that sometimes the third-party apps here that we use, it's just
I mean,
being
look,
difficult.
there was an issue yesterday with the hotfix, it was yesterday with the hotfix that did kind of crash the third-party apps, but that's been kind of fixed since then. This crash is rare. It happens, unfortunately, but not often enough for it to be a major issue.
Oh, okay. And luckily for Carlos, always has the backup plan, and we have the backup graphics. You can still see that.
All about
Dallas
redundancy,
Myhan.
baby.
That's right. Dallas Myhan holding on to the lead, and the newly turned 21, he can now drink a beer and smoke a pack of cigs in the pits after the race.
No, you still can't. Oh, actually, no, you're right.
Yeah.
just looking out for him, Carlos. It's okay.
Yep. Maybe if he's not smoking them, you know, he's at least got to be rolling them up in his sleeve to look cool. Slick back his hair. You know, that could be a good. That could be a good
They're
look
chocolate. They're chocolate cigars.
Oh, I see.
Remember? You guys might be too young. Do you remember the candy cigarettes that were like?
I remember the candy cigarettes.
I never had them,
Okay.
but I remember them, like on TV or things like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vic shortened the caution. We are now 1 to green.
So
No,
one
they just
lap
crossed
to-
our finish line.
It just set it on the. Oh, it just set it on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe
Carlos is being difficult.
man.
Hey,
If I'm gonna have
sorry.
a hard time with the graphics, you're gonna have a hard time in the booth.
I'm
We're all
sorry.
gonna have a hard time. Oh man, so they double it up. Dallas Myhan choosing the inside line here for the restart. As we go back to green here, as we are on right now lap 17, gonna be coming to 18 when they do take the green flag. And we'll see, you know, look like the tire difference not too bad for these guys that stayed out on a little bit older tires. And I would have to think the way these guys cycled through here, I think everyone in the field, it's not going to be like we've seen in half number one. It shouldn't be a fuel mileage race.
Yeah, it's hard enough to pass as it is at this track. And now you've got 5 guys lined up as you watch these shift guys are going to take off at the same time. Or no, we're watching Dylan Thomas. Either way, they took off at the same time. Passing is already hard enough. And when you have the guys on older tires just blocking that bottom lane, not letting anyone by. Oh, Westergreen's around at the front of the field!
Westergreen caution is out. And,
man,
oh,
Rashid
man.
Cole's involved too.
Sorry about that,
Boy,
guys. I'm
heavy
working on
content.
getting the camera for this.
Oh, you're good.
So we got the camera back. Caution is out here on lap 18. So I believe this is our 3rd caution, even though the graphics will say first. As Carlos said, we lost the previous data. So see, it looked like he sailed it in pretty good. And, oh man, on the outside, 3 wide. Got involved. Looks like, oh, Rashid Coles. Not even checking up there for the wreck, and T-Bones Westergreen at almost looked like full song there. So curious
I wonder
to see what
if he gets a
happened
penalty
on
for that. Will it be for next season?
Ah, interesting. You
Yeah.
know,
I think Vic said something there. I've heard there might have been bad blood between these drivers here, you know, past couple weeks. I don't know if that's been playing out here tonight, but
I don't. It doesn't look intentional. The further back you look, you see that this actually stemmed from the restart. Because Indelicado's getting some help from his teammates as far as getting that jump on the restart. He tried to get by Adam, and Adam threw a block really late, and it really, really messed up his entry into the corner. And he was kind of out of control, just because he was racing Indelicado. And by the time he had it gathered back up, he was already turning Westergreen. It looks like.
Guys, he
yeah, it looks
clipped
like you
the
see the
apron
clip it.
and shot him up.
Yeah, yeah. Because he was so low on that track. Yeah.
Yeah, just a bad
Right.
angle going to the corner. but it's still I don't know if 54 here, that was a vendetta hit or not. It was kind of curious how.
I think that was probably a lapse in judgment.
That could be too. We can hope here as we are on lap 20 of 51.
I know Westergreen is not happy at all. He was telling me before the race, the chase has not gone well for him at all. This playoffs unfortunately has not gone well for him. And we've seen him run really good throughout the regular season. We got to the playoffs and just everything fell off the rails, whether it was his fault or not. He told me it was something like, I want to say like 3 wrecks or 5 wrecks and 3 halves recently or something like that. He wanted to make it 5 wrecks and 5 halves, not wreck today, and he got taken out twice.
Yeah, and we actually do have Westergreen just coming out of the infield care center here. We'll bring him up into the booth, and another rough night there for you, Westergreen. Kind of tell us what happened out there.
You know, it wasn't going to be a rough night there for a little bit. I kind of felt like we had a good little strategy there, trying to stay out and see if we could maybe make something happen, but you know, Adam got loose underneath me. I've been wrecked so many times in the last like 3 heats that it kind of gets old after a while, but we were going to be fine until I got plowed into right there, so I don't have anything that bad to say this time. I took care of it and saw it.
Oh no, we might have missed that part of the whole endeavor.
I'm gonna go searching real quick on my monitor.
So yeah, we'll get a look and see what or at least Bayou see what happened there. Oh,
should I check the pit road entry on lap 18?
Yeah, we got it.
Check's on it. Check's got the camera. So obviously, you know, not the chase that you wanted, but you know, again, picking up that win earlier, I believe it was at Darlington this season, and
two wins.
Was it? Where was the other one?
I got Talladega and Darlington. Yeah, I had I would say it was one of my top seasons of all time. I just, you know, the chase just kind of ruined it for me. It was before this, Carlos.
It was
So I'll see a Westergreen here in a second.
You know,
no,
as far as
it was entry of pit road.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, here we go.
So
came in a little hot.
I didn't use my brakes, you see, because that's what happened on the track.
Oh wow.
Tit for tat, as some might say. Hey, if that's his pit box, you got him right in there. So you're helping him out.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, you should hit the brake pedal when the car's a wrecking. Everybody else missed me, so. But like I said, don't have anything bad to say. How about Dustin Durer? Took home a win for Sad Racing in half number 1. We were debating on how many should go down, and we all pitted after that first wreck to try to do the same strategy that Dusty did. Obviously it didn't work, but we were in position there, you know, and Adam just got loose. And that's not the first time Adam's wrecked me on a 1.5 mile track from the bottom, so...
oh, yeah.
We don't have the GIF. We'll get Vic to tweet the GIF, because it happened again.
Yeah, so are the team meetings, the team closing meetings, are they going to be a little bit heated once again?
No, because he apologized as soon as he did it. I mean, it's... we know it, right? I know. I going in on the outside of Adam, that's just what's going to happen, so...
And as we are going back green here on lap 22, David, you know, again, you know, talking about your best, you know, regular season, do you think that can carry some of that momentum, even though the chase wasn't what you quite had planned out here, as my hand does lead him to the green flag and we're back to racing? What kind of momentum can that carry for next season?
Well, we lost it all. So hopefully we just have a decent run next year and are able to, you know, put together some good results. I don't know. Things are going to get shaken up, I think, in this off season, and we'll see what happens, what the future is of the team. But at least for now, I'm glad Dusty got him a win. And, you know, we'll see if maybe Vince and Dusty can go up and get another one here. But they got a bunch of shift guys to beat right there. So good luck to my guys. And hey, Schumann's having a baby with his wife in October, so he's not going to be around next season. But we're wishing him the best.
Yeah, I already unfortunately said what Vic told me to say, so I feel dirty.
He thought it was funny. We informed him of the joke coming, and he thought it was funny. So that's
okay,
good.
So it's all fair game.
All fair game. Yeah, he was fine.
Okay, that's good. So he's
a boy. They're having a boy.
Oh, congratulations to him having a boy, and I believe he said due in October.
Oh, no!
So congratulations.
Yep.
Key and Rally involved in the grass. Gutierrez slides through the grass. We stay under green flag as Gutierrez sitting in the grass. Man, oh man, it looks like I'm not quite sure what started that.
Oh wow, that was really strange. He got off the corner just fine, but he got the wall after the fact. I'm not really sure.
Yes, Carlos says maybe too much.
Oh, monkey see, monkey do.
Oh, monkey pee all over you.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Gutierrez just about wiped out the front of the field, by the way, and Dallas is getting spun by Vince right now.
Oh my goodness.
I think the
caution's
caution
out.
is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, that came about because Gutierrez tried to get on the track right in front of the pack. Ended up making Vince and Dallas ended up
Oh,
missing
and
the
there's
first corner.
Dallas Mahan, was our leader. Turned around. Unfortunate for the 26. We'll take a replay. There's a lot going on here. Oh, just making contact.
Oh my goodness. Something
Oh,
else
man.
happened right before this that caused a big checkup from Dusty and Vincent.
Yeah, that's because Gutierrez came back on the racetrack.
Oh boy.
So yeah, there's more going on there.
All right, we have Shaq on
That's
this.
why Vince missed it so bad.
So,
All right.
Shucks on it. Shucks on it.
Come see me and Carlos on Mondays at OSCA.
There
And
you go.
Goody races, yeah, Bayuk races. So
Bayuk,
we
you almost
all
won.
hang out over there. Yeah, he almost won last week.
yeah,
I picked him too. See, there's Gutierrez messing everybody up entering
That
tournament.
was,
This is interesting.
That was a little
Oh,
something.
boy.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And maybe not try. It looked like he maybe had a little bit more speed on the apron than what he thought, and he kind of pushed up a little bit, and right in
don't
front
tell
of
me.
traffic.
Oh no.
That's a move for sure.
no.
That was
Dustin
almost
Durer
on the
staying
page
out. Johnny
moment.
Eckert staying out. Oh, all the ship guys stayed out.
Goodness, they kind of got in the grass a little bit staying out there.
Wow, so a lot of things changing. We'll take another look here at Gutierrez.
Actually,
Track
no.
position was king. It felt better. It's just tough to pass out there. So, I think staying out is the call. Cause I would have stayed out had I still been up there with those guys. That was the plan. That was me and Adam's plan all along. Just didn't work out.
Didn't work out, and again, best of luck to you next season. Again, hey, check David and Carlos up in the booth on Monday nights as this season concludes. URSCA will still be going. I think they'll be wrapping up right when I think even past when we'll be
our
starting back
season
up
starts,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And next week, 3Wide TV, we have the significant other race.
See, we keep
after the season
Thank
race.
you, because we keep like we were gonna circle back to it, but we keep forgetting. So
Yeah.
yeah.
My girlfriend will be out there. Whether or not she finishes, we'll see. But I gotta get her some practice laps. We'll see what she can do. So,
at least
everybody involved trying to get their significant other, and it's gonna be fun.
You might have to start her on it right now. As your season winds down here, hers begins starting next week, and we'll have at least me and Carlos up in the booth. Hopefully, Matt maybe can join us too for that.
It all depends on the ARCA schedule. I've got no clue.
Oh, the ARCA schedule. What's
Well,
more
okay, you wanted
important?
an answer? I gave you an answer, okay?
Oh,
Hey.
and then shout out to Shane DiMantova and Nick Monticelli for jumping in the fat racing cars the rest of the season. They've stepped up because all our drivers kind of left. So shout out to them for this. And yeah, I think I named everybody on the team there. Vincent's got
Hey,
up in fifth.
DiMantova's right
Good
there.
luck to Vincent. So.
And there's Shane once again, and let's see. Does he say hi, Mom? He just waves. He doesn't say hi, Mom.
Vic is telling
Yeah?
Vic is telling them when they're on TV. So hopefully
Okay.
they're reacting a little better than otherwise. Yeah.
Well,
Can you tell him to say hi, Mom? Did he say it? Oh, he did say it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, you can hear it.
you can
He
hear
can
it,
hear it.
okay. Carlos is taking care of him again.
Oh, and hi, Dad. Yeah, say hi to your dad this time.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You gotta point that. There you go. You got the arrow too.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit. It's a.
It-
Oh,
Oh,
man.
so I didn't know we had this technology.
Yeah, I
to
just
circle stuff on the
discovered
racetrack.
after months of research, I finally found the free telestrator app.
All right, we're gonna need to utilize the telestrator on Monday.
Hey, look at that!
Is he watching? Is he watching?
watching
the
a
game? Or is he
game.
watching-
Oh yeah,
Somebody
watching
kick him, he's not
NHL
driving.
finals.
Please don't
Yeah.
hit anything.
Yeah, don't hit it. He did good. He did good. As we get one lap to green here, once again, it looks like the field's going to double up as they hit the line this time by. And, even before we send you away, since Shane's so bad at it, are you going to say hi to your parents?
Sure, I always try to get my dad to watch, especially the ones I've won. He never watches, so maybe my dad will watch one of these sometime. But it's fun. It's fine because he just watched me get wrecked the last 2
Oh,
weeks.
look at Osborne. He's hustling on home.
I was truly pleased to have a half with no incidents up until the very last lap there. So in the first one, but hey, Dustin Durer, half winner. We'll see what the rest of these guys can do. And Delicado's pretty strong up there, so hopefully they can go up there and get him.
All right, we'll see what they can do. Thanks for joining us, Western Green. Best of luck to you next season.
Yeah, of course, and thanks to you guys in the booth, man. Carlos is the best. So
Carlos
subscribe
is.
it to the channel. Go down, hit the subscribe button. You'll get all of Carlos's races. It'll be great.
You will not be disappointed, as he's
awesome.
Yeah, he is. All right, as we getting ready to go back to green here once again. Thank you, David, for joining us. We're gonna kick you back there to the team. There you go. And right, I don't know if he was saying that. As Indelcado is going to lead the field to the green flag here once again. And the field bunches up. They're
really backs him down.
Yeah, he backs him down quite a bit. When is he going to hit that loud pedal? Green flag, he's going to get a good jump. And that Seth Rawls, they timed that out perfectly once again. He's going to tuck in right behind Johnny Eckert, losing that third spot right now. The battle is for fourth between teammates Vincent Isabella and Dustin Durer. Looks like Isabella's going to move up into that fourth spot. Now Durer stuck in that outside lane. It looks like he'll be able to duck down there.
Right now, I'm not sure if Vic had any issue with that restart by Indelicado. I know that we've seen penalties in the past for not maintaining the pace speed. He did check him up a little bit. I was trying to see. I don't think any action is being taken on it.
Yeah, it looked like he went within the restart kind of zone there. I know that's, they don't have that to play a new update on iRacing, but it didn't look like he jumped too early. He just kind of, like as you said, backed him down and just got the best reaction time out there. And again, those teammates.
You hear it too,
working.
Right?
The dog barking.
He's going crazy.
Yeah. Ray B on chat is saying woof woof. But hey, we appreciate dogs. They can bark all
we
day.
do.
Yeah.
We love dogs.
And she's just excited for all the action on the racetrack now.
Yeah.
She's excited for that press conference.
No, yeah, the press conference.
There's a lot going on tonight.
Yeah, this is a big night here for OSCA as again Outlaw Racing after the conclusion of the night. Oh yeah, moving into second spot. There'll be a big announcement right here on 3Y TV. Oh, contact! They kissed. They didn't.
They definitely kissed.
Too bad. Yes. They keep going. Eckert looks like he moves into that second spot. Yeah, Dog, she's not letting up for.
Dog is doing a play-by-play with y'all, according to Ray B.
What was that?
The dog is doing a play-by-play with you guys.
Let's see. Yeah. That dog. A lot of exciting commentary there.
yes, indeed. She's running all over the place. But anyway.
Oh, bad news if you're a DeMontoba fan.
Oh man.
No.
Pit road. Is he okay from the cockpit? Does he look dejected?
He looks so dejected.
He's riding dirty. He's riding dirty with one hand.
Thumbs up if it's a restart violation.
Look it. He's mad. He's dejected. He knows he has lost.
Oh man.
I just wonder if the hockey game's getting so interesting right now. He had to park on pit road to watch the end of the game.
Tell him to get in the infield care center.
Yeah, get in the infield care center.
There's somebody in there that's feeding him information. Infield care center now.
Yeah, someone out there's got to be doing it. So we do have there we go, 16 laps to go. We'll bring up Shane Mantova. And here he is, Shane. What's going on? Why are you parking it?
I mean, it wasn't my decision. The car just blew up when I was going down the backstretch.
Blew up.
Blew up, wow. Oh, from the damage you had earlier?
Yeah, so I'm sitting here at 30 minutes to required. Obviously, our race is over.
So I thought maybe the hockey game was exciting that you had to park it up pit road to watch the end. I've done that before in league races for Packer games, so I'd understand.
I mean, it kind of worked out nice because my car was limping around, and now I get to go watch the Rangers game. So I'm not.
Got a tight battle for the lead if you want to pan it on that real quick.
Oh yeah, Eckert's closing. Oh, there's a battle
Oh,
there.
never mind. Maybe Dylan's gonna spin someone. Huh?
Yeah. Oh boy. But Shane, you had the honor to fill in for Tate Lytle to close out the season. Had a couple of good, strong runs. Half number one, you're looking pretty stout, not even having both hands on the wheel.
Yeah, I was having some fun with you guys, but like you said, yeah, it was an honor filling in for Tatum. Nowhere even close as good as him. Yeah, it was an honor filling in for Fat and Sanders.
So, you know, as you kind of close out the season here in OSCA, before we let you go watch that hockey game here, what are your plans for next season? Do you have any yet?
Be a part of this, obviously. I don't know if I'll be in my own car full time, but certainly I'll be a fill-in driver for sure.
All right, well, heck yeah. Hopefully we'll see you back out here in more full-time competition indeed. With that, before we send you off, any shout-outs you want to give?
Just big for obviously having me, and like I said, everybody from Fat and Sand Racing, David, and you guys obviously up in the booth. Definitely want to be able to give it back to you guys. Big key aspect, and let's go Rangers.
What about your parents? You going to say hi to them?
Oh yeah, hi Mom and Dad. I can finally do it this time.
Yeah.
Verbal hello.
Yeah, they got the verbal one going. Perfect. Well, all right. Thanks for. Whoa.
I just barely kissed it.
Yeah, he kissed the wall, battling for the lead there, and you know, thanks for providing the in-car cameras. It's been fun to get some of the reactions.
Oh, he's in a wall!
Having a good time. Oh, he's in the wall again.
Oh, he really gets it this time.
Hey, it's
And
okay. He already has that championship locked up.
Yeah, so I think he's got it all just pushed into the center of the table and trying to catch Indelcado, but unable to do so at the moment. And definitely looks like he's got some right side damage that's going to hurt his bid for the lead here, because he was right there. He was looking on the outside too.
Yeah, the better tire started to come in for him, and he was trying to make it around the top, but he just couldn't. The top is just, it's just, for lack of better words, it's completely useless. And as he did that, by the way, Seth Rawls and Vincent Isabella right behind him followed him straight into the outside wall.
A monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly.
It's hard to not to emulate what happens in front of you. It's weird. It does happen like that. Now Isabella's under fire, under Rawls. Duer's going to look down the inside of Rawls, almost making it 3 wide, going down the backstretch. Duer trying to get back into that top 5. He's fallen off currently in the 6th position. Oh, Rawls! Oh, Dusty does back out of it. You know, he's got nothing to lose. He's already got that win on the season. And right now, I believe this is the battle too. We mentioned it last week, and about the record for the season for wins, and it's that battle between, I believe, Indelcado and Eckert.
Oh no, it's gonna. Yeah, I was about to say it's gonna be tight. I don't think Keen's getting it, obviously, at this point. It could go to Indelcado here if he pulls this one out. I think it looks like Eckert might still be a little quicker, but it's just he's gonna be really tight now. That was a pretty decent lick.
And hopefully he can get back out there. It would be something happening in the field. The driver chatter gets about as angry as my dog is right now. No. Yeah, it's heating up. And there you see Carlos circling that damage on the race car. But that last time by, Indelcado was faster. And even DJ Weeks, actually, I think the fastest out of the top 5 at the moment. See, Isabella now drops out of the top 5, and Duer moves up into the 4th spot.
We might yet talk to Dusty again tonight.
Yeah, he's looking pretty stout, moving up through the field into that 4th position. See if he can chase down DJ Weeks. He might be a 2-time interviewee if things go well here. But
man, Weeks is putting on an impressive pace. I'm sorry, I know you were talking about the battle on screen, but I was just looking at it.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Just the lap time difference. Weeks is way faster than these top 2 right now. I don't know if he's got enough time.
Yeah, 7 laps to go. He's about over 0.2 of a second faster. We'll see what they hit this time by. DJ Weeks once again, fastest car in the top 5. Dustin Durer pretty close to matching speeds with DJ Weeks, but I think time's going to run out for him to get a podium finish as well, as we're down to 6 laps to go. Isabella trying to hang on as he drops another spot. Thomas Capuano. Now he also key rally as well, so Vincent might have used his stuff up or maybe damaged his car once he got into the wall.
Or he got it bad. Like, he shot down the track and almost lost it. It was, I mean, as much Seth followed Eckert into the wall and hit it harder, and Vincent hit it even harder than Seth. I mean, when I say he almost junked it completely, it was
Oh,
close.
Capiano missed the corner.
And Capuano, I almost thought maybe that Kean gave him a little shot there, but definitely Thomas Capuano getting shot up the track, and it still appears that Kean a little bit of connection issues there, blinking out, but still holding on to that 5th spot. See Monticelli coming, sitting on the apron, trying to stay out of the way, a lap down, kind of making a few more parade laps. Currently scored.
Eckert's moving over for his teammate.
As Eckert letting DJ Weeks by, as he's the fastest car on the racetrack right now. At least on the lead lap, I can see. But does he have enough time? 4 laps to go. He's got a little under a second and a half to do to complete to catch to the bumper of Indelkato. See if he can get it done.
Now,
3 to go.
the only other thing I'm worried about, I don't think Nick Indelkato has pitted very recently, at least not as recently as the others. I know he had to save some fuel under caution. I don't know if he's saved enough. I know we've had quite a few cautions to save fuel. It's been in the back of my head. I don't remember if he's pitted or not. I don't think he has.
It's gonna be. I suppose we don't have the graphics to see if he pitted.
No, he came down and chopped off.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he should be. So
Oh,
he should be
the
good to
top
make
4 stayed up, but he came down and topped off and got the track position. He's
Yeah,
good.
Unfortunately, I don't have the graphics anymore for that.
No, I remember because he came down and chopped off. Nick's good on fuel.
So he should be able to sail away and get one final victory, clinch the most wins of the season. Joined esports a little bit later in the season. I believe Kean Rally was the guy who started off in that car, getting a win at Daytona. Now coming to the white flag. So that 7 car, the Mohawk Foundation Ford, could open the season with a victory, and it's looking to close the season with a victory. He's coming out of turn 2. He's got 2 more corners for Shift Esports to bookend the season with victories. Coming down into 3 and 4 one more time. I think now he can just about coast to get there. Nick Indelkato, he's gonna clinch the most wins of the season's Rookie of the Year. Wins half number 2 here in Nashville.
In 3rd place, there he is.
Johnny Eckert, our champion, coming home in 3rd. So Carlos, not only do we have a press conference, hopefully that press conference makes Johnny's interview a little bit shorter here. But,
It better. That's
definitely.
why I did the press conference.
Right? Right.
He finished 3rd, but are we
Yes,
doing
we are
him
still
last because he
interviewing
was
him.
the champion?
Actually,
No, I
we should
mean, are
do
we
him
doing-
first so that he can get himself set up for the press conference.
Oh, so you can get.
Okay, right.
He's gonna put his polo on, and I did request. I want a Brad Keselowski-like interview, so he's gonna maybe take a few shots.
Oh, that would involve slicing his hand.
Yeah.
No.
break
Not in the
shot.
championship
Maybe
one.
not. Oh no, that wasn't the championship one. That was.
That
a
was
big
not the
one.
championship
What is
one. The
going on
championship
here?
one was
Oh,
the
that-
gigantic beer.
Yeah, where he did that ESPN interview. He was a little tipsy. And there you see Indelkato burning it down. There you see Monticelli also burning it down in his swan song. Little celebratory burnouts there for him. So kind of cool to see him run that kind of the first scheme. He came out here in OSCA as he winds down his competition here full time in the OSCA Xfinity Series. So a lot of yeah, they're getting all the good out of these cars. It's the end of the season, and you might as well go for it. There you see the final standings. You see the round out the top 5. Indelkato, DJ Weeks, Johnny Eckert, Dustin Durer, and Kean Rally round out that top 5. And I still think it's kind of crazy. You see that 7 car. You had a couple drivers in that 7 car, but they're able to open the season. I think it was the first half of at Daytona, getting that victory, and then of course the last half here of the season able to get the victory as well. And I also forgot, we also have Vic Bloom in interview waiting, and we might have to have
We have Monticelli too.
we do have Monticelli, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have Vic maybe
We'll
present.
save them for last.
Yeah, we'll save them for last. Monticelli last 2, or
Yeah.
should we? Okay. So we'll bring Indelkato in here first, and as he closes that. Sorry, we interrupted him in the middle of the conversation here, but able to close out that season with a victory, and Also in Delgado, that means I believe you clinched the most wins here on the season, not even being full time. That's got to feel pretty good, and for your team as well, for that 7 car to get the opening victory at Daytona, and to be able to close that season out with the victory as well. That 7 car seems to be pretty good luck out there.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I totally forgot we had somebody else driving the 7 car at the beginning of the season, so. It is cool to finish it out with a win, and you don't want to go out any other way than a win. So, didn't really expect to win tonight, especially after how the start of both my races went. But I'll take it.
Yeah, and awesome run. So it seemed like a little bit of a pit strategy. It seemed like track position out there tonight was so important.
Yeah, tires wore, but it really didn't make that much of a difference. Obviously, it was. I wouldn't say it was one lane. If you can make that outside work, you'd be cutting it close to the wall, but do it. Eckert almost did it on me, but he ended up catching the wall there. It got really tight. Personally, this really isn't a track I enjoy, just because how tight the cars are, how just weird and almost flat the corners are. But in the end, the tire strategy worked out. I pitted and I only took fuel to make it to the end, and somehow that got me to the win.
Yeah, and again, for winning the most races on the season here, and you got a guy who's celebrating his championship right now, Johnny Eckert. So you got some pretty stout competition. It's got to be feel pretty good to be that part-time driver. I believe you also won the Rookie of the Year to clinch those things, kind of running on a limited schedule.
And to be honest with you, I didn't even see myself running this league for more than maybe 5 or 6 races at the start of the year. So. To come in and then kind of take a full-time ride, as you could say, halfway through not halfway through the season, but about a quarter way into the season, it was, it just made for a lot of fun. Every Thursday, come here and just go for wins.
Yeah, and certainly you did that. At least getting into victory lane or mixing it up and keeping a lot of these guys here honest, but. With that, are we expected to see you back here next season in more of a full-time role?
Yeah, I'm going to be full-time next season. It's, obviously I had my own ups and downs. Everybody has their own feuds, whatever it may be, but we're going to be back. I mean, it was a ton of fun, and, why not do it again with the great group of guys we have, and it's going to be even better next season, hopefully.
So I'm going to turn it over to Matthew in just a second, but I like nothing more than to make a driver puff his chest out, so I'm going to ask you, are you going to put Johnny Eckert on notice for next season for the championship?
I mean, I can't say that. Johnny's a great guy. He's one of the guys that I really do respect, and obviously you saw it today. We raced clean. It sucks he hit the wall. If he didn't hit the wall, he definitely would have had me there. He had the tire advantage, but Johnny is obviously a great driver, clean driver. But me having the most wins, I mean, obviously that says something, but you can't go based off your past. You're going to look to the future, and anything can happen in the races next season.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. But before we get your shout outs and stuff, Matthew, you got anything for Nick?
Thanks for the wins.
I
You
know
covered
I'm
all
not
the
part of
bases,
this.
eh?
I know I'm not part of this, but I have something for Nick.
Oh, hi.
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 I do have something for Nick. So did you know, Nick, there's an interesting statistic,
Uh-oh.
and you have to live up to it now.
Like
Every time that there's been a rookie driver that has returned in OSCA for the season after, they've always been a top 5 championship contender. I'm just saying there's no pressure or anything. I'm just saying there's no pressure. There's no pressure.
See, we're all just trying to put you on notice here.
Yeah, no pressure.
And well, I'm sorry, I gotta it kind of stop the interview too. Vic, are you gonna stay in here to present the trophy here to Johnny
sure.
when we get ready for that? Okay,
Sure thing.
perfect. All right. So, with that, so now, Nick, you got a lot of expectations. You got to go out there and compete with Johnny Eckert and be in the top 5 in the standings. And the way you put on a show out there, I think you're definitely one out there to do it. And what a way to give yourself momentum heading into next season, then to kind of close the season off with a victory.
Yeah, once again, winning, the 7 car won at the beginning of the season, even though I wasn't in the car, but to win the season opener and then cap off the season finale, it's pretty fun. And once again, Shift Esports, you see all the bright pink cars. we did a good job this season, but definitely next season we're looking to win the Owners Championship and do a lot more.
Yeah, I think you Mohawk Foundation boys got to get like a fake Mohawk kind of like wig thing to party in Victory Lane with. Oh, thought of something.
I'm scared.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you're scared. I love it. So yeah, I'm hoping they're watching, so they spark this idea sparks into a flame and it actually happens. So.
That'd be nice.
See, Nick's down. Nick loves it. All right. Well, best of luck to you, Nick, and hopefully we'll talk to you a lot next season.
Yes, sir. Will do. Thank you guys again for the whole season. It was a ton of fun. Vic, thank you again. Obviously, we all had our ups and downs, but in the end, everybody comes together, and it was pretty, I would say, somewhat clean race tonight. So it was a ton of fun. Thank you guys.
Yep. Thank you. That's Nick Indelcato coming home with the half number 2 victory. Next up, we'll bring in the guy who finished in second place, DJ Weeks. And as we bring him up here into the booth, as he's still on track, talking or celebrating there with his teammate Johnny Eckert. It looked like you were one of the fastest cars there. As laps wound down, just did not have enough time to catch him, but still a pretty good way to kind of cap off the season.
Yeah, I feel like that's my life story, right? I got good long run speed and just needed to go green. I got blocked really hard for like 10 to go, and I lost a second to Delgado. I was like, that's going to be a little hard to overcome, but I tried, gave him all my effort.
Yeah, gave it the best effort indeed. Not having the best luck in the first half, he still came back and finished in the 7th position. But again, a good points night. I believe you were one of the guys battling for that second spot in the standings. We'll see how the final standings do shake out. So it's been a season, I think, of up and downs for you, DJ. But overall, I think once it kind of came down to go time, you really started flexing those muscles once again.
Yeah, I just you get wrecked. I mean, once Bristol happened last week, I was like, I came into this mindset with just team points, top 10, go ahead and clinch that team title. Sorry, Matthew. But that was the goal.
Yeah.
All night was just to get top 10s, and second place happened. I think it's going to be a little close. I know Gears dropped out of the second race. I think I was 14 back entering the race, so it's going to be close with him and Vince. So if I got it, I got it. If not, oh well. Team championship means more to me than second place. So all in all, it was a good night for Outlaw.
Yeah, good night for Outlaw indeed. And of course, there's that announcement press conference coming up. But again, for how kind of shaky again it's been for you this season, and having that good run kind of here in the chase, for the most part, what kind of momentum do you expect to have entering the 2022 B season?
I mean, I think that's still up in the air a little bit. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. I guess we'll have some clarity here in about an hour, I suppose. But I need green flag racing, man. I don't do well on burning my stuff up in 10 laps. I needed to go long, and if they don't go long, I'm in trouble. And I think that's a case of this playoffs. The races that were wreck fests, I struggle with. And the races that went green, I was up front. So who knows? I mean, we went around Dover pretty good, but we can't go around Nashville. So it's just kind of fun.
Yeah, it's you put on a lot of good shows out there. Indeed, it's been fun to watch, and hopefully we get a little clarity for your future here, because we love watching you out here, and hopefully it's less than an hour, at least for Carlos' sake.
Yeah, we gotta burn that midnight oil, baby. It's the end of the season.
That's
okay,
right.
So DJ, you're in here. You questioned this.
Uh-oh. I think I did the math.
You questioned. Yeah, I did the maths.
Oh,
you
man.
Questioned. You are getting second place in the championship.
Well, there we go, baby. There we go.
There you go, bud.
So
it's actually going to be on a tiebreaker.
What?
Wow.
You'll get the second place. Yeah, you'll tiebreaker.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, breaking news.
That'll be a
Weeks get any
tiebreaker with
bonus
Vince.
points?
It'll be a tiebreaker with Vince.
Wow, so a tight battle there. So I think with that, I think you can kind of dip into the victory champagne that Johnny's sipping on right now.
Heck no, he's greedy, man. He's still got the champagne from the last 2 seasons. I'm sure.
See, now I think you just got to go out there and take it now.
I thought about it tonight, putting the bumper to him. But
Hey, he did it to Roethlisberger.
in the ladder race, I questioned. I was like, man, I should just dump him right here. You were right behind me, so I was like, this ought to be fun.
I was hoping you two. I'm like, man, they're probably not gonna take each other out.
I thought about it. He might have screamed at me though.
It would have been a long probably night here tonight if you would have done that. But again, with that, any shout-outs you want to give to kind of cap off this season?
Yeah, thanks to Vic for putting up with us all season. It's a rowdy bunch when we're mad, so he does a good job of policing it. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting all these races. Thanks to my team Outlaw. Couldn't do without them. We've had a rotation of drivers, so many of them. Zach was here tonight. He had good pace. I think he bended it a couple times. Kean's been fast. John Lynch has been in the car. Gutierrez. There's so many people who've been in that 98 car. Thanks to my wife for watching it. I think it's the first race she's watched in a year. So hopefully she enjoyed that. Thanks to Pro Air for sponsoring my car. And yeah, that's about it, I think.
Heck yeah, well, again, awesome night, awesome season, and hey, at least you said hi to a member of your family. We've been getting on Shane DiMantova, who had the in-car, and at least someone did it without me asking, so props to their DJ.
Yeah, she never watches, but she asked for the link tonight, so hopefully she at least commented or something. Give you guys some fun.
Yeah,
but I'll sit here with Johnny with you. I won't say nothing though.
Oh, okay, all right. We'll leave you here. There's DJ Weeks, who wraps up the season with the second place finishes second place in the points. But before we do get Johnny Eckert, our champion, and Vic Bloom is going to do the presentation for that. We're going to bring Nick Monticelli on here for a quick little interview as, again, he's kind of winding down his full-time competition, and we surprised him as well with getting up here in the booth. But Nick, you might not have had the best run out here tonight. I think 3 laps down here in half number 2, but it was kind of cool seeing you out there in that original scheme that you had, that throwback scheme to season 1 in the trucks, and kind of a fun little way to send off your full-time racing here in OSCA.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's once you kind of, I think I'm gonna miss it, but I mean, it's kind of what's best for me right now, because I'm all burnt out of league racing.
So is this just going to be a temporary kind of a step away, and hopefully we'll see you back here in the near future?
I would not put it out of the question that you see me in select races next season, but I'm definitely not going to be back for a while on a full-time basis.
So what's the plans for Nicholas? Is he going to be on the beach kicking back, maybe watching the broadcast, drinking a mimosa or something?
Well, the plans, if you must really know, is for the next season, I'm going to take more of a Dustin Marks kind of approach to Trackhouse Racing, where I'm leaving the full-time racing, but still going to be here as a team owner.
Okay, so you'll still have a presence. You're gonna keep your nose in the sport here. That's good to know. You're not gonna be too far away, I hope.
Not at all. In fact, I could actually tell you guys who the driver is gonna be right here.
Hey, if you want to, we got announcements going all over the place here tonight.
Well, I talked to Brent Jones today, and he agreed to drive the car next year.
Oh, so I heard he had that announcement. Awesome. Are you letting him keep the number 89 though?
He can keep whatever number he wants.
All right, well that's fair. I was gonna have a slight issue. He's one of my drivers as well, so and that's a signature number for him. So I'm glad he's gonna be able to keep it.
Yeah, he can have whatever number he wants as long as it's available.
Yeah, that's fair.
He can actually retain his number. So it's gonna be
there you go. Yeah, so there you go. Well, now I feel like I'm forcing him into it. Now I feel bad, but
I'll force him into it.
See, there you go. That's a league owner right there. Force him into it. I love it. But Nick, any kind of shout outs? Anyone you want to thank for kind of helping you out with kind of getting here and driving and being a presence in the league that you are?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I've got to thank my parents. They got me a wheel for the first time, and not 2 years after I got my wheel for the first time. I was racing here. I was racing in Cloud 9 that Vic made beforehand that got me into OSCA. So, I gotta thank you guys for broadcasting every week, doing a fantastic job. Seriously, you guys are so amazing, and it's great to have somebody that lets my parents watch the race, lets my aunt watch the race. I hope she's watching right now. I'm sure she would be so happy that I'm mentioning here on the broadcast.
See, hey, and you know, you top DJ because we've been trying to get people to say hi to their moms without me asking. DJ did it with his girlfriend. You did it with your mom and your mom. You're both your parents and your aunt. So I think, you know, hey, you won that tonight. Here, you get a trophy for that. You got a victory lane for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad, but I'll still be around. I'm still looking for races for next season. So.
Yeah, look at that schedule. We'll hope to see you around, see you in, you know, maybe peek in the booth every once in a while. We'll see what's going on with you, and best of luck to you in the endeavors that you take in next season.
All right, thanks, Goody. Thanks to everyone for making this league awesome.
Yes, you as well. You're a part of it as well, and glad you'll still be a part of it in some way.
Yep.
You bet. That's Nick Amanaselli. Kind of winding down his full-time competition, but now without further ado, we'll keep this short because we do have the Outlaw press conference after this.
We'll keep it short, huh?
We'll try. But Johnny, we got you in here, but before you speak, Johnny, Vic Bloom's got something to say.
I was gonna let you do the interview first.
Oh, okay.
I figure
okay.
You might want to interview him. I don't know.
Oh, I thought maybe we interview after the trophy presentation. I don't know.
There is no trophy. It's just Johnny being the champion again. I mean, he's like, what, 3 seasons in a row, Johnny?
Yeah.
Carlos has already given us the time to stop.
Yeah, Johnny didn't even talk yet.
Carlos
isn't even got a word in.
Carlos is like, we can save this for the press conference.
Yeah, we can save all of it. So,
no, that does not go in the press conference.
Yeah, no spoilers here, Johnny. But an awesome night here tonight, able to clinch that victory or not the championship, I should say, in half number 1 with that 6th place finish, and half number 2 coming home in 3rd. It looked like you almost had that shot at the victory there, battling in Delgado, but got in the wall, and it seemed like that just cost you there at the end.
Just crashed into my teammate. Yeah, no,
not the first time tonight either, is it?
Oh my God! Wow. Well, I should probably lead off with that. First off, sorry to Zach, and I felt bad, but he ultimately got the one over on me by finishing 3rd, and yeah, and I got the strategy wrong. So yeah, sorry to him for that contact, but yeah, we had
Go,
boy,
hit the gas,
but Jake's not gonna like fixing that. No, but yeah. I had the pace and I had the tire advantage. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. I had the tire advantage. I thought I was gonna be able to get him. It's just I don't know. I got a little bit tight on exit one time, and I didn't really get a hold of it soon enough and just destroyed the wall. And I didn't have the pace anymore. So at that point, it was just kind of survival for me. And DJ caught me like I got a bat out of hell. I don't know. He was coming really, really fast at the end. Oh my God.
We've lost the champion. We've lost the
so
champion.
much not context on my end for the moment. Now I see it.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Good scores. Oh man.
But yeah, no, I had to just make it to the end. I didn't want to do any more damage. Didn't want to throw away another top 5. So yeah, I don't have an engine anymore to do anything else. So.
He's drawing you a trophy.
Oh, and here's a trophy presentation here, and
oh my God, that thing's huge.
it's way bigger than the car. Wow.
It's full of beer.
Is that what happened? Ooh, yeah. Are you drinking your beverage of choice, like promised, or are you saving that for the press conference here?
I'm saving that for the press conference.
All right,
I have to go get that. Remind me. I have to go grab that.
Yeah, don't forget. We have DJ in the booth here too. He's not gonna let you forget either. Well, obviously.
Yeah, and it is a trophy. It's a trophy cup.
It's a trophy beer.
Trophy cup.
Das Boot Party.
Oh yeah, hey.
Johnny's trophy is all financial and all supplied by Dallas. So.
Thank you, Dallas.
I don't know what it's going to be.
All
I'm
right,
not going to
Dallas.
lie, Johnny. We haven't even discussed it, him and I, so I have no idea.
Ooh.
Give him $1.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll give you
no.
$1.
Give me
$1
hell
for
yeah.
racing.
A $3 championship payout there for 3 championships.
Yeah, how many wins did I have this season?
A lot.
Maybe
5, I think.
add them up.
5. You did
Yeah,
let
5.
Indocado take the season win championship there.
At 7.
I did win the championship though, you know. So.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
the-
one
you
kind
got
of
the
pays out a
run.
little bit more.
Oh man, so now 3 in a row. I believe we talked to you about this, after you won number 2, and last season we were going from the trucks here to the Xfinity series. It seemed like there was maybe a little bit of a learning curve. There was some shortcomings to get you in victory lane. It took you a little bit. Now heading into next season, you got that 3rd championship in a row, but it's got to be hard to repeat for a 4th time. What are kind of your expectations heading into next season?
The target is on the back. You never know what to expect. I mean, the start of the season looks to be a chaotic one with some of the tracks lined up, but you never really know what to make of it. I mean, you saw what happened this season. I had a very painful, extremely painful start. So oh man, there's the target. But yeah, no, I had a really difficult start to the season, but it's not how you get out of the blocks, it's how you finish. So we left some wins out there. There was a lot of opportunities to come home with more wins, but that comes with it, right? Is I got hot when it mattered at the end of the season, and so you never really know what to make of it. It's always a crapshoot, but the last couple seasons, I think this has probably been my best performance in a chase playoff setting yet, because I think the first race tonight was my worst finish throughout. So with the 6th, so yeah, I mean it's just pretty much getting there to the end and hopefully coming home on the right side of it.
Yeah, and then able to do that all season long here, and of course, we're gonna, after we conclude this, I guess we can call it an interview. I think we're just kind of having a little wrap session here. We do have the little more formal press conference coming up, so that should be pretty exciting. But I'll have to maybe turn it to either DJ or Matt. Any questions you want to ask our 3-time champion?
No, brother.
I do.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you were talking about your horrible, horrific, no good, bad start to the season. The one that comes to my mind was Homestead. We're not going to name names, but a certain something happened with a certain someone there, and I was thinking, like, man, whether he likes it or not, I don't know when he's getting in victory lane. At any point towards the end of that really horrible stretch, when it was still bad, was there a doubt in your mind? I mean, you knew you were running good, and you knew the ways you were losing races, most of it wasn't even any of your own doing. Was there any doubt in your mind that you'd be in a position to win the championship when it got as bad as it did?
Absolutely, because that wasn't even the worst end of it, right? For me, Bathurst was the one that broke the camel's back. I think that was after, but yeah, Bathurst was the one that just totally, completely, just ended it. Ended what was a bad run. I didn't know what to make of the season anymore after that. It was very, very difficult. But coming home with good finishes is great, and it was the points that were racking up from that where it was proven that I still had it, right? It still had the pace, I still had the strategy to be there at the end of these races. But it was closing out that was so brutal. And the second race at Bathurst, I wrecked, and that one was just like, that one broke me pretty bad, because it was one of those that I expected more of myself, and I did something that I shouldn't have done, and then I promptly did it again on the same lap, and it was just it was not a good time. So, but it was coming back from that. It's DJ's commitment to keep me calm and supporting me throughout, and having my other teammates just constantly there to push me. I think they throughout the season, everybody who drove in one of the outlaw cars was critical in just keeping me planted and focusing forward instead of looking backwards. So yeah, I think back to Auto Club. I think back to Homestead, 2 second places at Auto Club, Homestead losing that one race like that, and Bathurst just the second race wrecking out. But after that, it kind of turned around, and it's like I almost got the bad luck out of the way. It seemed like, you know, this chase run has just been something that I'll never be able to replicate in anything I ever do. So yeah, I'm glad that it turned around eventually.
Yeah, turned around indeed, and again, completing the three-peat here now, well, I don't know if I have too much more for you because I don't want to spoil what's going to be happening here on the press conference coming up. So I might have to turn it to DJ here if he has anything for him.
You don't want me to ask him questions.
Oh, okay. That might be a good idea.
That's funny. That was one of the funniest things I've heard.
Yeah. But
we give each other a hard time, so he knows I'm disgusted with him.
Yeah,
are you
cry later? No,
I'm gonna cry later.
Are you gonna go scream "It's coming Rome" now, Johnny?
Does he have permission?
I mean, he does it anyway.
Yeah, I did it anyway. He told me not to say it, and I did it anyway. But you know, hey Vic, if you want to give me the virtual trophy now, and then I could just go and scream it from the rooftop, you know.
I mean, I want to see you scream it from the rooftop now. I mean, now you have to send it to the admin group.
That's
dude.
actually the press conference. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah, oh man. Now you gotta send it to the admin group. I mean, if you don't do it now, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. It's coming Rome!
Woohoo! It's mic out and everything.
Decided to put it down his throat.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, we'll wrap it up. Stay tuned here for the press conference here for Outlaw Racing. I'd like to thank Vic Bloom for putting on another great season here of OSCA competition. I'd like to congratulate Johnny Eckert for winning his 3rd straight championship. We'll see you right back here on 3 Wide Racing TV August 4th as we head back to Daytona to kick off season number 2 for the Xfinity Series, season number 5 in total. So we'll be looking forward to that. But until next time, for Vic, for Matthew, for Carlos, and myself, until next time, good night now.
All right, we are off air. Good job.